I'm sorry, what? Faith just walked away and goes, fathers. Hey, how you guys doing? Man, it is a cold, windy, snowy night out tonight. Months ago, I was approached by a company selling a mouse rat trap, an automatic rat trap. Oh my gosh. And normally I wouldn't respond to these emails because as a YouTube channel, we get tons of emails to test products and make videos. And anyways, I actually wrote back to this guy after checking out his product. And I was intrigued and watching their videos, I was like, oh my gosh, this could really help with our rat problem, because one of the bad things or time-consuming things of normal rat traps is setting them out and then going and refilling them and all this stuff. Well, this one is an automatic one. It can do up to like 24 kills on one CO2 cartridge. And you've probably seen other videos on it, but this is what we're talking about. Let me make sure it's all in the picture there. And everything, my whole experience with the gentleman covering these, and let me also say, I was never obligated to do a video on these. I was never obligated to really do anything, to tell you the truth. He expressed it'd be nice if we could mention it in a video or something that we were using it, but never really obligated to do anything. So I am doing this video just out of me wanting to do a video on this. Now, in this video, you'll see that we had, we've been noticing the rat population declining anyways, but since installing this, I can't tell you how many we have got with this trap so far. But when I first made the video that you're going to watch after my intro here, we had got one at that point. And I don't know how many it's up to now, but that was about 2 months ago. And I've been really slacking on making this video. But when we got the package, the packaging was great. Everything was laid out perfect. The instructions in the booklet, very easy to follow, laid it out very well. All I'm saying right off the bat is I'm impressed with this. I think this, in conjunction with our barn cats finally figuring out where our feed stall is and figuring out how to get in there, we have noticed a huge drop in population. And like I said, we've been getting kills with this. So, and it's just hands off. It's nice. You plant this in a spot, and I believe one CO2 cartridge can get you up to like 24 kills. And you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go put, peanut butter back on something. You don't have to do whatever. So, come watch it, and you make up your mind. Anyways, I'm perfect. I am very, very happy with this product. So the way it works is a little mouse comes running along, or rat, and they stick their head up in here to sniff a scent that is up in here. And at that time, this CO2 cartridge, there's a little wire trigger in there. The CO2 cartridge triggers a hammer that goes headshot, kill, clean, efficient. 24 times it will do that before you ever have to mess with this. So you don't have to go down there. I mean, our rats have figured out how to get the food off of the trap without tripping it. The conventional kind of traps. So this is really nice. They stick their head up there, bang, gone. Anyways, I like it. Come watch the video. The first thing you need to do is take these, and these are like to smartly identify where your rodents are for sure. We have a really good idea, but a rodent may not want to eat here, but may want to eat here. So we're going to go set these up like the instructions say. They say to leave them for 3 days, and we'll notice little nibble marks. You're supposed to fold this in half, which will cause some of this scent to ooze out. And the instructions are very clear that there will be nibble marks, and depending on your nibble marks will depend on if you have light traffic, heavy traffic, will depend on if you have light interaction or heavy interaction. And so we'll get a good idea of where we want these. All right, so down here in the feed stall, They got a nice home dug in right there. We've tried disrupting them a couple thousand times. But these little test strips are meant to find a good place to locate to put your trap. So I think I'm going to put one there on that pallet. This is really where I was thinking about setting up the trap. So I'm thinking I'm going to put one of these test strips here. And then they run in and out of the stall over here, right around here. So I'll put a test strip over here as well. See how that goes. And we'll just try to, over the next 3 or 4 days, try and locate the best spot to put the trap. Okay, it said that if you need to, which I think I do, to try pulling this up off a little bit. So I did. All right. Okay, so I got one place there, and there, like I said. We've noticed some new digging back in here, but they freely run out through the open here. They come around this way. They go over here, they go over there. I mean, we watch them all the time with their routes and stuff. So I am really surprised. It is cold outside tonight. It is probably below 10 degrees right now, which is that means it's warmer in the barn here. But last winter I remember seeing frost building up from all the heat and moisture coming out of their homes down there. And I don't see that. And like I said, there's new digging over here, but I don't really see that either. So I'm kind of curious. All right, so it's the first morning. It's only been, oh my gosh, it has not even been 12 hours. And there's no nibbles on any of these test strips. No nibble marks. I even took pictures of them and got, yes, chickens, I hear you. And I blew them up to look to double check, and there's no nibbles. But it's only been 12 hours, so they say to leave these test strips out for about 3 days. Also, it's like 5 degrees this morning, so I checked to see if the lure was frozen, and it's not. It didn't freeze. It's about 5 degrees outside, but it's actually been quite a while. I haven't been back down here to put these to put the trap in. This is the only test strip that's been chewed on. That one has not. And that one has not, which I find just interesting. While it's kind of crazy, Jenny and I have noticed there's a ton less activity down here. I mean, a ton less lately. So hopefully we'll set up this trap and I can get some stuff. But there is still activity down here. We can see fresh dig areas, even over here by that test strip. So I'm going to put this over there by that test strip, this trap, and we will see how it does. I love this is going right next to some fresh dig area here, and you can tell that they're taking eggs also. But here's some of the scented stuff to get them to, this is not a poison or anything, but get them to come over here. And it says to increase our chances to wipe some at the base. So I'm going to do that. Okay. And then this screws in up top. Because what happens is, can you guys see in there? See that little trigger, that wire there? When they touch that, the CO2 cartridge fires and causes a hammer in here, or a rod or whatever, to come and hit them in the head and kill them instantly. So let's see, let's screw this on. Having trouble doing this a little one-handed here. Okay. Then there's a cap that goes on it. Okay. And then we'll get a CO2 cartridge in here, and we'll see what happens. Okay, I kind of forgot, or not forget, but the CO2 cartridge is screwed into here. And then it does recommend okay, I don't know if you heard that, but as I was screwing it in, I could hear it leaking, and I kept tightening until I don't hear it leaking anymore. Now, it says to test this, woo, it works. All right, so now we'll put this back on. All right, now look, there's a counter also that we can put. Where's it at? How's it work? All right, so here's the counter reading 0, which I've actually fired it once as a test. Hopefully some dead rats, we'll see. I feel like I have it up a little high. It is, so I may end up lowering that a little. But I'm gonna leave it for right now, just see how it does. Maybe catch some of the... Actually, I'm gonna lower it. I think that's way high. Okay, so the other great thing about this is that there's no poison. A chicken is not gonna get its head up in there. So it's very safe. I feel like I could even put one in the chicken coop if I wanted to, and I may end up doing that because they obviously go in the coop as well. The rats do. So let's see how this does. I'm kind of, I don't know. Like I said, we have noticed a big decline, I think, in our population, or at least the activity around here. So I'm really curious how many we end up getting. Okay, so it's been about 48 hours, I think, less. 24 hours or so, 48 I mean. We've got a blood stain here and no rat, so obviously a chicken or a cat drug it off, or another rat, but I'm pretty confident that was a kill. And the counter shows, well, you can't see that real well, but it shows 1. So this is working. Even if we get 1 every so often, this will be great. And like I said, the rats have changed things up in here. They're not really coming in this feed stall too much anymore. So I may play around and put that other places, but I'm expecting great things out of this. I really, really am.